Hello everybody, and welcome to your second Blender tutorial. This is Rob from diahero.net, and let's get right into it. If you remember from last lesson, we went over on how to locate Blender and how to install it. So let's get right on to it. I'm assuming all you guys have it installed, so let's get right on to it. Alright, as you can see, this is the Blender interface. And hold on one second. Let me just get this in screen. Alright, now, depending on which version you have, and I assume most people who are listening to this, they've just downloaded it, so you probably have a similar version to me, at least if you downloaded it at the same time that I uploaded it. But as you can see, this is the main interface. This is the default position for everything. And just right now, I just want to go over a few basic things. For instance, as you can see, this is our 3D panel. And what I'm doing to move this around like this is I'm holding the middle mouse button. And to zoom in and out, I'm rotating the wheel. Of course, if you don't have a wheel, you can always just press Control plus or Control minus, and it will do the same thing. But for those who are curious, you're wondering why that box is there and what's this funny little thing over here. Well, this, first of all, is a mesh. A mesh is it's very simple, and people get the general idea of it, but I remember when I first started using Blender and I first started getting into this 3D type of stuff, I was really confused by the interface. But it's really simple. It's just a cube, you know. It's just see the wireframe. It's just 4 sides, or not 4 sides, but you know, just many sides. But that's not what's confusing about it. What's confusing about it is, what does that mean? I mean, okay, I have a cube. You know, what can I actually do with it? How do I even, you know, how does my computer even know where to take a picture of it? Well, the answer to this is the camera. This is what I have highlighted right here. This is key in Blender because everything that you're going to film, everything that you're going to animate, it's going to be from the camera point of view. So, this, as you can see, is the camera. And if you want it, or you're going to actually have to do this if you want to render something. And render is just another word for, you know, spitting the image out so that you can view it. But the first thing that you have to do is you have to set this camera as your main camera, and to do that, you're going to press Control and then 0, and the 0 is on the right side of your keyboard. It's the, you know, it's right below the number pad, not the 0 at the top there. Although that might work too. No, it can't. All right, so it's just the 0 in the keypad. So hold Control, have this selected, and press Control 0, and you see how that just zoomed right in there. You have to do that. You have to set the camera in order to render anything. And remember, render is just that just means taking a picture of the image. And for the purposes of this tutorial, I just want you guys, you know, just play around with it if you want, you know, size it, square it. But just for this tutorial, just render the image, you know. And as you can see, there is the rendered image. Very simple, and I know it might not seem like we're making that much progress, but you gotta crawl before you walk. And everybody, where you're gonna find this picture is, at least for me, it's in the under the sea, under the temp, but I'm guessing you're not gonna want to use this image right now, so we're just gonna wait later for that. And one more thing, guys, just to learn, right before you go, I guess, is let's get into keyframes, just really, really short, because I don't want to get into the details of this right now in order to make this video short. But if everybody will just press I on their keyboard, I as in igloo, and see there's millions of things here, but for right now just click location, rotation, scale. Okay? And everybody, if you'll see this too, this is called the timeline. And if it's not on here right now, like say you have this, go over, press the side right here, the side button, and then go into timeline. Alright, now see how this is set to 250? Play it. See, it's doing nothing right now. That's what it's supposed to do, but just play it right now. And let's just go all the way to the end. See, I just pressed that, and that's at 250. And okay, let's just rotate this just a little. Rotate it X, rotate it Y, and what I'm pressing right now is R. R simply means just rotate. And you can rotate it on the X-axis by pressing X after R, or you can rotate it on the Y-axis by pressing Y after R, and then you can rotate on the Z-axis, but we'll get into that later when I explain the axes, which will be in the next lesson. But just rotate that somewhere, you know, some direction, and press the I key again. Remember the I key, which is the insert keyframe menu, and just click location, rotation, scale right there again. And let's go back. As you can see, it changed, and press play. Magic. And as you marvel at that, I want you to click over here, render. Remember, render is just make the image. And I want you to click render animation. And I think your settings are pretty similar to mine, although you probably don't have the same resolution here. But yeah, let's just render that. Render animation, just so you guys get a feel of it. And remember, I clicked render and then I clicked the animation. As you can see, it's kind of slow. It's rendering it frame by frame. And this is the magic animation. This is how it works. People, you know, 50 years ago they had to do this all by hand, so we are so lucky to be able to do this so quickly. If animation is your thing, this is the age to be living it. It really is. I mean, before you had to write out pages and pages and pages just to make one stupid little thing. There's no excuses anymore if you want to do this. But as you can see, the frames are rendering frame by frame, and I'm not going to wait until 250. We'll talk about that next lesson. But remember, subscribe. That's how you can show you like the videos. If you subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Or just comment, or, you know, if you hate the videos, tell me. But remember, go to diehero.net. No spaces in between that. And you can get Blender hotkeys. You can get a whole bunch more stuff that I'm going to post out to help you guys through this. This is Rob, and I'd like to wish you a good day, and stay tuned. The third video is coming up very, very shortly. Thank you for your time.